Judy, the elf, says to Santa, seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing. And that quote describes self-mastery work, manifestation work, up-leveling work so beautifully. You are always attracting energy into your life. The question is, what can you be mindful about attracting? I'm Shannon Bills, mindset mentor, energy healer, and intuitive reader. And today, we're having mindfulness for breakfast. Good morning. We are a few weeks away from Christmas 2024, and the holidays bring up all the things: good, bad, heavy, light, sad, fun. I don't know why the visual in my head is that type of cookie that has like all the things in it, like potato chips and M&Ms and marshmallows and Rice Krispies. It's a sweet visual, festive visual of where my mind and energy is at this time of year. And I have been supporting a lot of clients who are just going through it right now. What I want to talk about today, the pressure that a lot of us tend to feel wrapping up a year, is thinking about all the things that we didn't accomplish, thinking about all the things that we feel so behind on in life. And our ego loves this time of year. Ego, if you're new to listening, is the voice in our head that operates from fear, and its whole job is to protect us. But the annoying thing about the ego is it can't separate real danger and fear from fake danger and fear. And so when we start to see people who are getting something that we want, the ego loves to fire off and say, oh my gosh, something's wrong with us. That means we can't have that thing. And that feeling, I feel, at least was coming up for me the last couple weeks, of judging where I am at right now. And I know that is not a supportive narrative to move me forward, and I want to be here for you during this time of year to get that narrative out. I want to bring up a Christmas movie quote that has everything to do with manifesting and everything to do with this thing that I want us to actively shift today, which is ego saying, well, where is my physical proof? If it's not physically in front of me, the desire that I want, then how am I supposed to believe in this whole manifestation work? And that quote that will cancel out that ego thought is from my favorite Christmas movie called The Santa Claus. And it's when, I believe it's Judy the elf. Oh God, I hope I'm not butchering this. I think it's Judy the elf says to Santa, seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing. And that quote describes self-mastery work, manifestation work, up-leveling work so beautifully. We're so focused on the physical, tangible thing that is in front of us. And if we don't see it in front of us, our ego goes, well, then it must not be working. And this is why journaling and all the breakfast items I give you week to week, they're so important to remind the ego that we are doing great work and we can release the unhelpful patterns. I actually do want to Google who says it in the Santa Claus. Judy. It is Judy. Okay. Sorry, guys. I literally was like, I have to look this up. Otherwise, it's going to bother me, and then I'm not going to be present for the rest of the podcast. It is Judy the elf. Hold on.
I see it, but I don't believe it.
You're missing the point.
What is the point?
Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing.
Period. Believing is seeing. And that is something I think about every single day. Whether I am meditating or journaling, that belief in myself, that belief in my goals, that is what moves me forward. That is what nobody can take away from me and nobody can take away from you. So this time of year, when you are thinking about all the things that aren't working out in the timeline that you are wanting, I want you to bring it back to this quote. Seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing. I also want to offer you this helpful visual that just kind of make you release this pressure, drop it off your shoulders, allowing you to trust in everything that is happening for you exactly the way it's meant to. Can't remember who told me this visual. It was either my friend Steph or my friend Allie. Both are intuitive healers and wonderful, lovely humans. But they were talking about this analogy of a tree, and the roots of a tree have to grow down first. They are invisible to what is currently in front of us, but they're growing in the ground. And once those things start growing and create a stable foundation, that's when it starts to sprout out. So maybe you are in your roots growing era. I mean, I feel that way, and I've been doing this self-mastery work for years and years and years, and I'm going on year 5 of my business. I still feel that way. And I would say most of the time I really do trust where I'm going, but the days where ego is really loud, I bring it back to that visual of roots going down before the sprouts come out. And I bring it back to that quote, seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing. And a little breakfast item I have for you today. I think a lot of coaches are quick to give the advice of release, let it go, find the positive in it all. I'm going to do something that I guess touches upon all of that, but it allows you to get any and all bitterness out of whatever ego is talking about. Maybe it's, I haven't done enough this year. Maybe it's, things are moving slowly. I haven't booked the roles that I've wanted to book. I haven't made the sales or made the income that I am desiring. Whatever thing that you are bitter about, I want you to bring it back to this one simple journal prompt. Why are you so grateful that that thing hasn't happened yet? Why are you so grateful that that sale hasn't happened yet? That the 1,000,000 followers hasn't happened yet? That you booking a series regular if you're an actor, to my actor audience, why that hasn't happened yet? How can you get so grateful for the timeline of what exists in front of you currently? Because to me, then and only then, when you can get neutral with that and be in a space of gratitude, that is what makes you an energetic match to then up level, calling in something even bigger. If we're constantly going to complain about the same thing that we aren't seeing or that isn't happening for us, we're not learning the lesson, right? We're not releasing, we're not letting go. We can't just sugarcoat it with, well, I trust that it's going to happen. Well, let's take it 10 steps further. Why can we be so grateful that it hasn't happened yet? So sit with that today and let me know how it shifts your energy. I will talk to you soon.